Hi, welcome to this week's Whiteboard Wednesday. My name is Francisco. I'm a security consultant with Rapid7, and today I'm here to talk to you about doing asset and vulnerability management, specifically about building checks and balances between those two processes. Many organizations will take a look at the CIS top 20, and they'll start going down the list of saying, all right, we need to do this inventorying, we need to do some secure configuration, then we need to do vulnerability management. And the top three, those can roughly get boiled down as do asset management. Number four, that can roughly get boiled down as do vulnerability management. But many organizations treat those as very separate tasks. They're managed by different teams. This stuff would be getting done by your sysadmins, by your network admins. This would be getting done by a security team. And they see it very much as a linear progression. We've done that, now we need to do that, now we need to do that, now we need to do that. I'm here to encourage you to then set up an upstream cycle where you actually use the information from this item to feed back in and improve your processes and procedures for the top of that list. And I'll give you a couple of examples here. I talked to an organization, they said, finally, just a couple weeks ago, got rid of all our Windows XP machines. It took us a while, it was painful, they're all gone. We run a vulnerability scan, they've got a dozen Windows XP machines. Somewhere along the line, that early stage fell apart, they had a visibility gap, something fell through the cracks, and we were still able to detect that. They were able to go in and clean those systems up. Another quick example, I often find organizations who have Telnet running out there, unencrypted network protocols that have non-secure FTP running out there. And the question becomes, how did that fall through the cracks of these early stages? Because they clearly did not intend that to be there. They don't want that to be there. But somehow, all of those early steps, they missed what was going on. And many times when people are doing separate processes for asset and vuln management, they'll see that. They'll say there are 12 systems. They shouldn't be there. Get rid of them. Deal with those 12. We're good to go. What I'm saying is that you need to then look back at your process and procedures for those early stages. You need to go in and say, how did that fall through the cracks? Why were those 12 systems there when we went through a process? We had a program to go and get rid of these. Somebody signed off on it and said, yes, we're complete, we're good to go. And we still had that fall through the cracks. And if you are not talking to your sysadmins, if you're not talking to your network admins, if all you're doing is saying, here's a thing that needs to be fixed, here's another thing that needs to be fixed, here's another thing, you're never going to improve that life cycle. You're never going to improve those processes. So in order to build a more robust, a more thorough set of security controls in your environment, what you should do is not just think of this as one linear progression, but think of it as a life cycle that you can manage. That's it for this week's Whiteboard Wednesday. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week.